back out on the play. All a shot save. Pasternak scores! David Pasternak!
At home.
How's it going, everybody? I'm Grant Fluff from Fletcher Sports Zone, and welcome to some early Week 11 2023 NFL broadcasting for you here. AFC North rival, the 5-4 Cincinnati Bengals, travel to M&T Bank Stadium to take on the 7-3 Baltimore Ravens. Glad to have you on board here on this Thursday Night Football broadcast. What the hell? I was going to be home for the weekend, so I figured I'd broadcast. I'd do an extra one for you. So instead of the Jaguars and Titans on Sunday, you'll also get this game here tonight since it's such an important matchup for the AFC playoff picture. Let's take a look at your starting lineups. The Ravens, obviously Lamar Jackson will be the starter. Keon Mitchell, he will be the main running back. Gus Edwards will be the goal line back. The wide receivers include of the rookies, Zay Flowers, Devin Duvernay, Odell Beckham, and Rashad Bateman. Tight end Mark Andrews. Offensive line stellar with Ronnie Stanley and Kevin Zeitler. And for the defense, Roquan Smith has been great, but no Trenton Simpson or Marlon Humphrey tonight for Baltimore. As for the Bengals, Joe Burrow, he's going to continue to play through his injury today. Joe Mixon has scored a touchdown in the last 3 games. Boyd and Chase are in. Trenton Irwin will take place for the inactive T. Higgins. Drew Sample and Irv Smith Jr. will be the 2 main tight ends, and the defense for the Bengals, they rely on their secondary. The rookie Jordan Battle going to be seeing more playing time, along with the corners Cam Taylor-Bright, DJ Turner, Jalen Davis, and Chuzaba Awuzie. And that is your starting lineups. We are ready to get things going here on Amazon Prime. Been a while since I've said that. Evan McPherson to kick it away from right to left, and away we go from Baltimore. As we head in for a touchback out to the 25-yard line, goes the Ravens. First non-Jaguars broadcast of the 2023 season, and get used to it when I head home in 3 weeks, or 4 weeks rather, for winter break. We're going to be doing hopefully these Thursday and Monday night games, as well as potentially some NHL games we can go broadcast as well, and some NBA. So the broadcasts in December and January should hopefully take an uptick. Here's Lamar Jackson, play action on his first throw, caught by Mark Andrews, wide open at the 38. Dennis Gainter, the linebacker, was covering. He let Andrews wide open. First play of the game, a gain of 12. I'd also like to give a shout out to my good buddy Alex Stossel, of course, of the Power Skate Show. He is attending his first Ravens game tonight, so if he does hop in the chat, we know it'll be from the stands in Baltimore, Maryland. Zay Flowers in motion. 1st and 10 under center at the 39. Ricard and Flowers both move from right to left. Here's the handoff. Gus Edwards tries to plow his way through, and he gets down to the 40, a gain of a yard. So Baltimore beat Cincinnati in week 2. They're looking for the season sweep and to, in all likelihood, put a full 2-game division lead for the moment. We do know that the Browns and Steelers play on Sunday, but it is 2nd down and 9 for Baltimore. So at least for the moment, with the win, they could capture a full 2-game division lead. Edwards to Lamar's left. 2nd and 9. Jackson steps back and fires. Pass is caught. Zay Flowers. Flowers inside the 40. Look at the rookie from Boston College go. Push that out to the 26 by Hill. Zay Flowers, great for the Ravens. Bad for my fantasy team. I kept him on my bench this week. Oops. Wide open catch and run there. And look at Flowers working on the corner. Cuts inside. Beautiful curl route. And a great block by Isaiah Likely as well. Zay Flowers doing a marvelous job. And that is a man who, of course, I'll be cheering for in his young career. Boston College kid. Gotta love him as a Massachusetts native. Lamar takes his first carry of the game. And he's down to the 19, down by Sample. There's 2 Samples on this Bengals team, of course. That one being not Drew Sample, the tight end, but Cameron Sample, the right end. How's it going, Zoe? Thanks for tuning in tonight. Why am I at home? Because why not? Don't have any classes tomorrow. I have a family obligation tomorrow, so I figured, what the heck? I'd stay home for the weekend. What's up, Danielberry Sports Highlights? Thank you for tuning in as well. 2nd down and 3 after the gain of 7 for Jackson. Flowers goes from right to left. Inside handoff, and Mitchell goes nowhere on that one. A loss of 1 as Hill brings him down. And I figured while I was at home, I might as well do an extra broadcast for you guys. Like I mentioned, once my college reaches winter break, there's a good chance I'll be broadcasting most of the Thursday and Monday night games anyways. Here's Lamar running out of traffic on 3rd and 4. He pumps, he runs, 1st down, and he slides down at the 14. 2nd rush of the game for Lamar Jackson, and he's got the 1st. What's up, Kyle and Sophia? Appreciate you guys stopping by as well. It's nice to see that all these Dean College students missed me already. I've only been gone since 3 o'clock. Goodness. Here's Lamar. By the way, he's knocking on the door. 5,000 career rushing yards. He entered tonight at 4,933. We could be seeing a milestone tonight. I'm pretty sure he'd also be the quickest QB to get to 5,000 rushing yards as well. Jackson, quick throw. Mark Andrews down to the 4. Brought down on the play by Logan Wilson, and now Andrews is slow to get up, and he may have hurt his ankle. Wilson made the tackle, put a lot of pressure on that leg, and the medical staff comes out. Oh no, Mark Andrews is down at the 4-yard line, back on the ground. Lamar just threw his helmet. He's upset. How's it going, Sam? Hope you're enjoying your evening. We have a Mark Andrews injury timeout. Baltimore was driving, and now we have 1st and goal to go at the 4, but they're going to be without their top red zone target. So our first commercial break of the game, and while we're at it, we can look up some college football, well, only college football. Boston College is playing Pitt tonight, and Pittsburgh leads 10-3. If they lose, you will see me having a meltdown next Wednesday on Campus Gridiron. So I was going to commentate that game originally, but Bengals-Ravens was a little too good of a game to pass up on. So we're broadcasting Bengals-Ravens. And again, I'll be live again Sunday, 1 o'clock, Titans-Jaguars. I'm really thinking, and I just thought about this an hour ago, but I'm really thinking I may also broadcast Monday. Because if you don't know what Monday Night Football is for this week, it is Chiefs and Eagles. That's right. The Super Bowl rematch in Philadelphia is this Monday. I mean, what if it's a banger? What if it's a banger? It probably won't be. I mean, heck, if Broncos-Bills was as good as a game as that was, I don't know. I'm thinking. I'm just brainstorming. I'm loudly brainstorming. It would be cool to broadcast Chiefs-Eagles, though. It really would be. Especially since I obviously didn't broadcast the Super Bowl Honestly, unless the Jaguars were in a Super Bowl, I probably never would broadcast one on YouTube. So, works for me. But appreciate everyone stopping by so far. And of course, I'd like to give a quick shout out to you, Sam. Best of luck, you and Robert, broadcasting the Dean College men's basketball game tomorrow. I know you and Robert have a lot of great broadcasting chemistry, and really wish I could have been there tomorrow. But unfortunately, my doctor's appointment and family obligations said otherwise. But Andrews is being helped off the field as we head right at commercial break. It's going to be 2nd and 1 for Baltimore at the 4. Andrews with his third catch of the drive. And again, Logan Wilson, a lot of pressure on that left leg, and that was the injury. Here's Mitchell on the carry, 2nd and 1. He tries to plow his way for the first. I think he's going to be just short. We'll see where the referee marks it. Yes, it's going to be 3rd down and inches. Not quite. 1st and goal to go. The tip of the ball just passed the yellow first down marker. Now, of course, remember, the yellow line isn't the official first down marker, but it's about a half yard off anyway, so it's about as close as you're going to get. Here's the pitch. Gus Edwards, he's in. Touchdown. Gus Edwards. Baltimore scores on their opening drive. Jackson with the pitch to Edwards, and he plows his way through. 9 plays, 75 yards, and Baltimore is up 6 with the extra point pending from the old reliable Justin Tucker. Baltimore's excited, but Mark Andrews limping to the locker room. That is going to be a story to follow the rest of this game. Can the Ravens win this game without Mark Andrews as part of their offensive attack? Good snap, good hold, and Justin Tucker nails the extra point at 7-0 Baltimore. The Bengals will get the ball when we come back here. 10:02 to go, first quarter. The Ravens beat Cincinnati in week 2 earlier this year. They also beat Cincinnati in the Sunday Night Football game last season in Cincinnati. Crazy to think that game was over a year ago. Justin Tucker won that one with a walk-off field goal, as he normally does. Chris Edwards just plowing his way into the end zone. Of course, the Mark Andrews injury is going to sting for Baltimore, but for Logan Wilson, he's just trying to make the tackle. It was a clean tackle. Weight gets put on the leg. Your leg is gonna feel very uncomfortable, and you might break a bone or two when you have a player over 200 pounds land on top of you. 10-2 to go, first quarter. Gus Edwards just ended the first drive of the game for the Ravens. Cincinnati about to touch the ball for the first time. As they show both sidelines. See that Josh Johnson will be the backup for the Ravens tonight with Tyler Huntley. For the Bengals, it will be Jake Browning. Touchback. Out to the 25-yard line goes Cincinnati. Hey, Grant, we're stuck in traffic, not in the stadium yet. Oh, my goodness. Well, Alex, I'm happy I could broadcast the game for you before you find your seat. So it is 7-0 Baltimore. Gus Edwards off the halfback toss touchdown, and the Bengals are about to take their first snap from the line of scrimmage. That I would be upset, though, if I was asleep to a game already, but you'll make it and you'll have a blast. Chase in motion, fakes it to Mixon. Burrow escapes the sack on 1st and 10, and Burrow's going to run and pick up a gain of 8. You know, I'm a lifesaver that I had to go back home this weekend. Of course, if I was back in campus, I don't think I'd be broadcasting this game. This is my first non-Jaguars broadcast of the season. And again, because of the Chiefs-Eagles magnitude, I may make an exception to the rule on Monday, but usually I don't like to broadcast when I'm on campus unless it's the Jaguars. That's just kind of how I roll. 2nd and 3, and the halfback pitch goes to Mixon up the right side. Mixon, he's going to get pushed out of bounds by Pearson Queen, and it will be a first down, definitely. A gain of about 11 or 12 there for Cincy. Making it to the game is all that matters. That is right, and you're going to have a blast once you get there. Baltimore on their all-out alternate home black jerseys and pants. Bengals road whites with orange helmets. It's 1st and 10 for Cincy at the 43. Burrow fires, caught, and down to midfield, and face mask is going to be called against Baltimore. Tanner Hudson, the backup tight end, gets the call there for the Bengals. He had a catch. It was a gain of about 5 or 6. And now we have personal foul, face mask, Adrian Hill, our referee. And the face mask is going to be on, the defensive end, with a blatant face mask penalty there on Tanner Hudson. Hudson, by the way, caught the first touchdown of the game against the Bills 2 weeks back on Sunday Night Football. Of course, Cincinnati just coming off a loss to Houston, Baltimore to Cleveland. That throw was high for Jamar Chase, and incomplete. 2nd and 10. Black jerseys are sick. Needs to be their main jerseys. I agree. They've had their purple jerseys since they entered the league. What do you think about the new templates? They're amazing, Alex. You're putting a lot of good work with the Instagram templates. And I forgot to use them on Sunday because I had so many game alerts to post. But I've been using them ever since. So that'd be cool. For those who don't know the template, I'm sure you'll see it during halftime when we recap the sports news from the last few days. Irv Smith Jr. in motion. 2nd and 10 for the Bengals. Here's the screen. Tyler Boyd down to the 32. Brought down after a gain of about 3. Kyle Van Noy, former Patriot, Charger, and Lion, and Dolphin. He's playing on a lot of teams apparently. Kyle Van Noy with the tackle, and it's going to be 3rd and long. Baltimore fans getting loud here. A lot of fans also wearing the black jerseys in the stands. That's really cool. 3rd down to 12, or 3rd down to 7, Burrow and shotgun. And now audibling out, and Burrow's got to call timeout as the play clock was down to 2 seconds. 3rd down 7 coming up here for the Bengals. They already had to burn their first timeout of the first half. Ravens fan base is getting loud. Ravens flock, very passionate fan base. The NFL, of course, was in Baltimore from the 40s to the 80s, of course. Then the Colts relocated to Indianapolis. Baltimore didn't have a team until the Ravens came around in 96. That was, of course, after the Browns relocated to Baltimore. Art Modell wanted a new team. And here we are, about 27 years later. 2 Super Bowl titles, a plethora of AFC championship games, and a plethora of primetime games as well. 3rd down and 7. Burrow takes the snap. Burrow fires and nearly picked off. Incomplete is the call. Oh my, Burrow rushed the throw, and it was nearly intercepted by Marcus Williams. Marcus Williams, the former Saint, what a free agent acquisition he was in 2021 for Baltimore. They're in zone. Burrow tries the quick read to Boyd off the slant, and Williams steps in front of the throw and knocks it away. 4th and 7. Here's the 50-yard attempt. Evan McPherson ready to attempt this one. Good snap, good hold. McPherson is good. Just sneaks it in the right upright. And both teams score on their opening drives. Gus Edwards touchdown. Evan McPherson 50-yard field goal there, 4-point game in Baltimore. It was also the first time that the Ravens are playing a home primetime game since their loss to the Steelers. So, like to come away with the win this time around. You have no idea, like, how you have just no idea how much I am just loving broadcasting in my basement. I've missed this so much. Perks of the summer and winter break and spring break. So I got to broadcast in my basement and not in my college dorm. And I'm just really happy that I kind of have the room to myself. I could broadcast. I could relax. No distractions. Other than my two pets. My cat and my rabbit are down here, but my rabbit's just sleeping. My cat's just drinking out of his water bowl, so surely no distractions here. By the way, we'll give you a quick score update for the Eagles Panthers game. Boston College versus Pittsburgh. 10-6 Pitt at the half. Boston College has got to be playing better. Just got to be. I know we've had a weak schedule, but they got to play better. We're not playing like a bowl team right now. Losing to a 2-8 Pitt team is absolutely embarrassing. Now, I know this Pitt team beat Louisville, I think, but still pretty ridiculous that they're losing, but we'll see what's gonna happen there. As we head off commercial break, Bengals coming off a drive that capped off with a 50-yard kick by Evan McPherson. So at a 7-3 Baltimore, both teams have a drive in the books. Burrow again, his ankle taped up on the sidelines. Again, if anything was to happen to Burrow tonight, Jake Browning would be the backup ex-Minnesota Viking draft pick. Touchback. And out to 25 goes Baltimore. So, we're going to be seeing a lot more of Isaiah Likely. Mark Andrews just went under the tunnel. He got his leg twisted underneath him. Logan Wilson made the tackle there. And he knew immediately he felt awkward, and he immediately called for the training staff. Jackson, responsible for 71 of the 75 total yards on the last touchdown drive. Mitchell and Edwards had a couple of carries each, but to no prevail. Jackson chucks it up deep. Odell Beckham Jr. beat Taylor Britt in coverage, but the pass falls incomplete. Oh my, Lamar loaded up for the deep ball, and he almost connected. Beckham one-on-one. As Taylor Britt, it was a massive overthrow, unfortunately. And Lamar couldn't believe it. It's a little too much ketchup and mustard on that throw. Flowers in motion. Handoff goes Mitchell, blown up in the backfield by Trey Hendrickson. Now, Hendrickson, he kind of came into this game questionable. He got injured in the fourth quarter against Houston, but already has a lot of grass on his uniform. He loves to play these games barehanded as well. Immediate read. Down went Mitchell. Henderson came up the left side Has now 8 tackles for a loss on the season. He also has 2 forced fumbles and 8.5 sacks. A very quiet but great season for Trey Hendrickson once again. Referee blows the play dead on 3rd down and 14, and the penalty's going to be against the Bengals. So I'll put them up 5, 3rd down and 9 now coming up for Baltimore. Off the penalty for too many men on the field. Of course, the Bills showed on Monday 11 men on the field. There's Lou Anamarino, Bengals defensive coordinator. He's very upset by the penalty. Pretty much wipes off the lost yardage off the Henderson stop. 3rd and 9. Jackson, down he goes. Trey Hendrickson, what a drive. A 4-yard loss and then a sack. Down goes Lamar, and after a touchdown drive, Baltimore goes 3 and out. He gets around the left tackle. Gus Edwards does not pick up the block. Henderson with a sack of Lamar Jackson right there. So here's the punt from the second-year punter, Jordan Stout. This one will be returned from Trent Taylor, and Taylor is wrapped up around the 38-yard line. And my apologies, that is Jones on the return, Charlie Jones. 5:45 to go, first quarter. 7-3 Baltimore still. All right, we are in commercial break. It is still at halftime. Pitt up 10-6 over Boston College. Chicago Bears have waived a running back. We're about to find out who it is. Oh, Darrington Evans. Who cares? Respectfully. All right. All right, NBA scores currently. The Nets are up 52-50 over the Heat. OKC Thunder and Golden State Warriors coming up. The Thunder have a better record than the Warriors. Wow. I didn't see that coming. College football on. Pitt up 10-6 over Boston College. AAMU up 21-7 over MVSU. And Niche up 14-13 over Sella. This is my hiccups. For whatever reason, start rolling on in here. The Penguins and Devils are tied at 2 at the second intermission. The Canadians are up 4-3 over the Golden Knights, 4-3. Arizona Columbus tied at 1. Second intermission. Blackhawks up 1-0 over the Lightning late first. And earlier today in Sweden, the Senators defeated the Red Wings 5-4. Other NHL games on tonight. Canucks Flames at 9 o'clock. The Kraken are playing the Islanders at 10, and then at 10:30, Panthers, Kings, and Sharks, Blues. Of course, all these times are Eastern. I was able to catch the end of that Canucks Islanders game. I think it was yesterday when Quinn Hughes scored the overtime winner. I think it was yesterday. I'm just double checking. Yesterday also felt like forever ago. Yeah, it was yesterday. So the Canucks beat the Islanders 4-3 in OT, which was pretty cool. Quinn Hughes scored on a breakaway. First and 10 for the Bengals. Under center is Burrow. Second Bengals drive of the night. Pitch. Mixon stopped in a loss of 4. Brought down immediately. Urban and Harrison both getting big tackles there. It's going to be second down and 10 is what they'll mark it. So Mixon I guess did not lose any yards, though. It definitely looked like he lost 2 or 3. Tight end in motion, multiple men in motion. I feel like the Bengals are very uncoordinated right now. Burrow's got to call another timeout as the play clock was down to 2. I don't know if it's really loud in Baltimore or what, but Burrow's already had to burn a second time out of the quarter. This is the second time the Bengals could not line up properly. This is what happens when you don't have T. Higgins out there. Chase is pointing right. Boyd pointing right. Hudson was confused. And then someone finally did run all the way to the right. My gosh. That was Shaderick Jackson. Again, no T. Higgins tonight, and it's showing right now. Second and 10. Burrow takes the snap. Burrow steps back, fires. What a catch! And he dropped it at the last second. Jamar Chase had it, dropped it, and yes, they will mark incompletion. Third and 10. Wow. Look at Joe Burrow, and it was a great slant route by Chase, and all over him was Kyle Hamilton, the free safety, able to knock it away from Chase. Third down and 10, Burrow. At the 38, Burrow under duress, and down he goes, back at the 31. Baltimore's defense clamps down and gets a much-needed stop. Jadeveon Clowney, the first overall pick from the 2014 draft, gets the sack coming up the right side. They had the backup running back Williams in there. Jonah Williams, the left tackle, gets beat, and Burrow gets sacked. And Burrow's got to be careful about that ankle. So from one young punter to the next here. On to do the booting is the rookie Brad Robbins, and he kicks this one up to the 31 where Devin Duvernay will fair catch it. 4:10 to go, first quarter. First quarter rolling along here in Maryland. 7-3 Ravens in front. All right. Take a look at some other scores. If any scores have changed. Score did change. Vegas tied it at 4 against Montreal. And the Heat now have a 60-52 lead over the Nets. So I guess Miami just scored like 10 in a row. They take the lead at halftime. The Brooklyn Nets are solid, but I don't really think they're that good. That's just my opinion. But I don't know. I was unaware that the Thunder were 7-4. That's pretty crazy. And Pitt will be getting the football to start the third against Boston College. I really wish Boston College was on tomorrow or Saturday, so I could have broadcasted them as well. Next weekend, I wanted to broadcast Seminoles Gators, but I realized I've already made plans next Saturday with a couple of friends. So we will not be broadcasting that. Although, if Boston College does play in the bowl game, I will be broadcasting that. I'm making that commitment right out of the gate. Unless, literally, I can't because of an emergency or for whatever reason I have, like, class at the same time. But that should be the case. I will be broadcasting Boston College's bowl game. They are rumored to go up against against University of South Florida. So that'd be fun, but that's not for another few weeks. How about this? Next Friday, Black Friday, Dolphins, Jets. It's another game I'm kind of up in the air. I might broadcast, I might not. But that's crazy. Football is on the Friday. I'm not going to lie, and I'm going to be very vocal about this as we head out commercial break here. I don't like it. I think, you already have the 3 games on Thanksgiving. That's enough. The Sunday slate of games is going to look empty with 4 games already out with the Monday night game. Jeez. Here's Gus Edwards stiff-arming a man out of bounds. A gain of 3 for Edwards there. I mean, Jets Dolphins won't be a bad game, but come on. Just that it's on a Friday kind of stinks. Hubbard, by the way, 4 sacks on the year, 13 QB hits and 1 fumble recovery. He's inactive for a second straight week with an ankle injury, however. That's how guys like Sample get involved in this defense. Lamar on 2nd and 8, play fake. Edwards off the backfield, brought down. It's going to be 3rd down and 4 coming up for the Ravens as Jordan Battle, the rookie strong safety, getting a couple of tackles. Well, the official word is Mark Andrews is out with an ankle injury. How's it going, Cooper? Thanks for stopping by. So Mark Andrews is out for the rest of the game. Big blow for Baltimore, but if their offense can continue to hum along, they will be in a good spot. 3rd drive of the game for Baltimore here. Nelson Aguilar in motion. It's 3rd and 4. Aguilar was open in the flat for a moment. Jackson scrambles out to the right. Jackson's going to forward. He's going to just shuffle pass the ball into the Ravens bench. I was looking for the proper wording there. And now Lamar Jackson's injured. Lamar is down on the Ravens sidelines. Oh, no way. First Mark Andrews and now Lamar Jackson on his back, being helped up by the medical staff. And once again, it is Logan Wilson putting the pressure on Lamar's ankle. That is crazy. Wilson also injured Mark Andrews. Again, I don't think these are really intentional from Logan Wilson. He's just trying to make a play with the man who has the football in his hands. But, I mean, my goodness, Lamar was already going out of bounds. I don't know why he's trying to make a play on that. Here comes Stout for his second punt. And boots it away. This one's going to land at around the 7. Nice cut. Back to the right. Look at Jones go. Down at the 23. And a flag is down. Multiple flags fly. A flag hit Marcus Bailey in the back. And now Lamar is in the medical tent. A lot going on here in Baltimore. After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness against Baltimore. So Cincinnati is going to continue to move up. They're going to call Justice Hill the 3rd string back. Let's take a look at Lamar Jackson in the injury timeline. Well, sprained ankle in 2014, or in week 14 of 2021. Then a sprained PCL last year. And now this year it looks like he's suffering potentially another ankle injury. But the Ravens win football games when Lamar is playing currently. He has 85 total yards, 60 passing, 15 rushing. They will not go to commercial break. Cincinnati's first drive, thanks to the penalty, now at the 42 of Baltimore. Burrow, 1st and 10. Burrow fires down the middle and incomplete. Looking for Boyd, knocked away. And it's going to be 2nd and 10 here. Breaking up the pass was Marcus Williams. The other day on Monday, I told my art teacher I was switching my fan base from the Patriots to the Chiefs. She said because of Taylor Swift, and I said no. I was going to be an Eagles fan. Oh my gosh. Don't leave the Patriots, Cooper. And now you switch to the Ravens. Oh gosh. Here's the handoff. Mixon stumbles his way and picks up a gain of 13. First down, Cincinnati. You don't see me jumping ship after my team lost 34-3. The Ravens have a very nice fan base, though. I like the Ravens fan base. I mean, every fan base is going to have their few fans that, stink. But for the most part, Ravens flock's pretty chill. Especially Mike and Josh from the Nets Network. They're good friends of mine. Here's Jamar Chase off the forward pitch, and Chase will pick up, depending on where they mark the forward progress, they'll give him the forward progress. Needed 10, got 11. First down, Cincinnati. At least you picked a better team. Yep, sure did. Patriots at 2-8, and they're losing their fans. Stinks to be them. First and 10 for the Bengals at the 34. Ravens dial up the safety blitz, and down goes Burrow. They dialed up the safety blitz. They loaded up the right side. And getting the sack for Baltimore is Robinson. So 2nd and 1,000,000 coming up here. Going to mark it 2nd down and 17. Robertson is not on my roster, it seems. So my apologies, I can't get his first name for you. Here's Burrow airing it out and overthrowing Jamar Chase down the right sideline. 3rd and 17 with 25 seconds left in the first quarter here. Well, it's been an action-packed first quarter here in Baltimore. 7-3 game's been just as good as advertised. 5-4 versus 7-3. If it does Cincinnati panic, if they drop to 5-5, they'll drop out of a playoff spot. And the only thing going for them is they would have to tiebreak over Buffalo. Burrow is yelling at his offense in the huddle. That's probably because it's really loud, though. Yeah, I think it's a little too early in the game to get upset at your offense. 3rd and 17. Here's Burrow. Just dumps it off. Mitchell Wilcox, the backup tight end. And he'll pick up a few. And now Lamar comes out of the tunnel, and he is heading to the locker room. He was. Nope, he will. Oh man, he's just trying to warm up on the sidelines. Looks like Lamar could be back in action after this drive. End of the first quarter here in Baltimore, 7-3 Ravens. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with Lamar here. They may substitute him out for a drive. They may just put him back in there. They're already going to be without Mark Andrews the rest of the way, so you really hate to see them without anyone else right now. Do I hate Taylor Swift? No. Do I like Taylor Swift? No. I don't hate her, though. Good musician. I just think the media is completely overdoing it with the Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift. Like, dude, the dating, good for them. Keep it private, please, and thank you. That's all I gotta say to that. All right. Can't believe I've already broadcast 45 minutes. It's crazy. The Go Ravens is really interesting. All right. In commercial break, we are ready to start the second quarter. Boston College is still not taking the lead a bit. Disappointing. Golden Knights Canadians tied at 4-second intermission. Start of the third, and Pittsburgh Devils and Penguins tied at 2. Coyotes Blue Jackets tied at 1. Blackhawks still have that 1-0 lead over Tampa Bay. Here's 53-yard tap by Evan McPherson. It was fourth down. McPherson already made one from 50. This one from 53 from the right hash. The kick is gonna go wide to the left. No good for Evan McPherson, and it remains 7-3 Baltimore. First play of the second quarter is no good. Good snap. The hold could have been a little better, but kick just went too wide. And Lamar will come out. So Lamar Jackson will return to the game. Let's hope he can avoid getting that ankle more injured. Ravens out in the huddle here for their first play of the second quarter. So now that they're going to be without Andrews, we're going to be seeing Charlie Kolar and Isaiah Likely as the two main tight ends the remainder of this game. Here's Lamar, audibling at the line of scrimmage. First and 10, handoff. Mitchell fighting for more yards. Logan Wilson brings him down. Mitchell getting a lot of carries. Mike Tomlin does have a son who plays for Boston College. Yes, he does. But to go see Boston College in person a few weeks ago when they beat UConn back in October, it was a lot of fun. Second down and 9. Jackson pumps, fires down the middle, looking for Isaiah Likely, incomplete. Third down and 9, and a late flag comes in, and they're going to call the Bengals for pass interference here. Late flag, though. Very late flag. So if Cincinnati wanted to plead a case, they certainly could. So that's, of course, going to be automatic first down thanks to the PI. It's going to be on Hill, the corner, going one-on-one against Isaiah Likely. As I mentioned, got to get these young tight ends back in the mix. Jackson just overthrew him, but of course he was held around the waist anyways, so that would have not been a catch. I might be a Steelers fan. Oh, good Lord. Knock yourself out, Cooper. Why not rotate teams every day so after 32 days you can say you've been a fan of all 32 teams? Lamar fakes to Mitchell. First and 10. Jackson airs it out down the right side and knocked away. Bateman had a for sure touchdown. Cameron Britt knocks it away. It's 2nd and 10. That was a great play by the Bengals corner. Rashad Bateman cannot beat out Taylor Britt. One-on-one foot coverage or step-by-step coverage. Britt able to knock it away, or else that could have potentially been a touchdown for Bateman. 2nd and 10 for Baltimore now. Cincinnati dialed up the blitz. Jackson read it perfectly and rushes forward for a gain of 2. Oh my goodness, Cincinnati dialing up the blitz here, making Jackson very uncomfortable in the pocket. 3rd and 8 coming up here for the Ravens. Mitchell did not read the block at all. Just locked in on what Lamar was doing. Now they have Edwards back out there on 3rd and 8. Well, placed at the 47 of Cincinnati. Henderson, they bring the blitz again, and Jackson forced to throw it out of bounds thanks to the Cincinnati pressure. Bengals D-line is making Jackson's day a rough one. And 4th and 8 coming up, and we will see a punt from Baltimore. 3rd straight drive where Stroud's coming out to boot it away. Let's play some Lil Wayne. Let's not a big Lil Wayne fan. I would also get copyright straight. Oh, that's one of the most random comments I've seen in my chat in a while, though. Let's play some Lil Wayne. Interesting. Jones is brought down at the 17. And out goes Burrow. 13-11 to go here in this first half. 2016 Heisman winners. Lamar won in 2016. Burrow won in 2019. Ravens scooped up Burrow, 32nd overall in 2018. Burrow, of course, first overall pick in 2020. Jackson making $260 million. Burrow, $275 million. But Jackson's been the better one today. He'll take the 60 passing yards over 17 any day. Burrow's been having a hard time communicating with his receivers. Chase in motion. Handoff goes, mixing up the middle. Lowers his shoulder. And goes down after a gain of about 4 or 5. 2nd and medium coming up here for Cincinnati. Burrow, of course, once committed to Ohio State, transferred to LSU. Beat Clemson in the 2020 National Championship game. Second down at 4. Burrow. Chase in motion. Fix it to Mixon. Joe Burrow, he's loading up the deep ball, but the lineman didn't give him enough time, and he dumps it off to Irv Smith Jr. It's incomplete, 3rd and 4. Burrow was loading up the deep ball, and once again, the offensive line just kind of collapsed, and next thing you knew, Burrow was looking at about 4 black uniforms that were charging right at him. Ravens fans getting really excited here. It's 3rd down and 4. AFC North battle here on Thursday Night Football. Williams, the running back. Burrow on 3rd and 4. Lobs it up. Pass is caught. And a great catch by Tanner Hudson down to the 44. 1st down, Bengals. And they try to quiet down the crowd a little bit more. What a great throw from Burrow. And finally, the offensive line gives Burrow some time to make a play happen. And he's able to find Hudson right down the left sideline. Really nice catch for Hudson there. His 2nd catch of the game for 28 yards. He's been getting involved the last few weeks. Boyd in motion. And off goes Mixon up the middle down to the 48-yard line. Second down coming up here for Cincinnati. I think they'll mark it second and 7. That's exactly what they'll mark it. We're now under 11.5 to go here in the first half. Cincinnati driving their 4th drive of the game. Trying to get something going. And hopefully trying to take the lead. Had a chance to make it 7-6, but McPherson missed the field goal on their last drive. Play fake to Mixon. Burrow down the middle. And a great catch there. Drew Sample down to the 39. And now they are on the opposite side of the field. Nice, soft play action. And a great throw for Drew Sample. He is a man who was out of the 2019 draft class. He really struggled up until around last year. And this year he's finally breaking out into his own. It's really cool to see. Chase in motion. 1st and 10. Handoff goes Mixon. We'll take it down to the 33-yard line. 2nd down and 3 coming up. Ravens defensive line, they only stack up 3 in the box. And Mixon's able to get a nice carry forward. There's the aerial shot. Take it down at 4. Mixon with 40 rushing yards on the night. Mixon shifts from left to right. Trenton Irwin in motion. Burrow takes the snap, and flag flies. Play clock may have ran out on Cincinnati there. That's exactly what happens. Delay game is called. So that'll back him up 5. Second down and 9. So the gain of 6 by Mixon was all for naught. Now under 9.5 minutes to go. Let's take a look here. Burrow, yep. Play clock was at 0 by the time the snap was made. Usually they let that go, but they didn't that time. 2nd down and 9. Burrow throws the screen. Boyd cuts around the defender. And we'll make it 3rd down and 4 once again for Cincinnati. Tyler Boyd dropped what could have been a game-winning touchdown last week against Houston. But had a really good game otherwise. Just a couple of unfortunate bounces for the Bengals prevents them from entering into this game at 6-3. Ravens would go to 7-4 for the loss. Bengals go to 6-4 with the season series split. 3rd down and 4 for Burrow. Good snap. Burrow fires down the middle and a great catch at the 20. Tyler Boyd once again. 1st down Cincinnati. Tyler Boyd, he has done a marvelous job in the route running department tonight. Look at this. Boom. Cuts on the inside. Is able to make the snag at the 20-yard line. Beautiful spiral from Burrow. 1st down, Joe Burrow. 9th play of the drive coming up. Jones in motion. They throw the screen. Here's Mixon. Mixon lowers the shoulder and charges his way for a 1st down for the Bengals. Joe Mixon, he really had a disastrous season statistically last year, but this year he's playing a little bit better. He comes in on a 3-game touchdown streak. They're going to mark him. What's the deal here? All right, they'll mark him 2nd in inches. Burrow. Puts Boyd in motion. Handoff goes. Mixon up the middle. Needed an inch. Got 4 yards. Not a bad trade-off. 1st and goal to go for the Bengals. Evan McPherson 1 for 2 on field goal attempts for Cincinnati. 1st and goal to go as we now hit under 7 minutes left in the opening half. John Harbaugh versus Zach Taylor. That's been that coaching rivalry has been brewing since 2019 when Taylor started. Penalty against the Bengals. And Burrow saying, come on, boys, you got to do better than that. False start is called on number 66. Gilliam is the guilty party. First and goal to go for the Bengals. At the 13. Burrow takes the snap. Burrow under duress. Fires. Caught. Mixon down to the 4. 2nd and goal. And they got the majority of the yards back. 2nd and goal to go here for the Bengals. Burrow, quick read. Mixon's done a lot this drive. He has been a workhorse. Burrow, 2nd and goal. Chase and Boyd split out to the right. Mixon shifts from left to right as well. Burrow takes a step. Fires for Mixon. Low throw. Pass is caught. Touchdown, Joe Mixon. And the running back out of Oklahoma gets to celebrate with his teammates. Joe Mixon ending the 12-play drive. 4 games in a row with a touchdown. And Cincinnati takes the lead. It's 9-7. This was a great play by Burrow. He's able to roll out to the right. And he's able to make this play happen. Great pocket awareness. Able to find a wide open Mixon. Again, he's been the workhorse in that drive. Throw was low, but he corrals it in. And now the extra point from Evan McPherson, in which he nails right down the middle, is 10-7. Cincinnati now leading. We will head to commercial break. Burrow, injured hand, injured ankle. He's fighting through the pain. Don't go anywhere here on YouTube. Cincinnati takes the lead, 2nd quarter, rolling on here in Baltimore. As we head out of commercial break, for anyone wondering, there is Alex seats for this game. It doesn't really come out good on the laptop, but Bengals will kick it back off to Baltimore and a touchback. So the Ravens have punted on 3 straight drives. And they got to figure out something quick here because, they just got to play better. Their offense, even without Mark Andrews, I know their offense can be pretty solid. So they got to really start to step things up here. At least that's what I think anyways. 1st and 10 for Baltimore at the 25 off the touchback. Zay Flowers off the end around, and Flowers gets around to about the 33. Or at least 2nd down and 3 coming up here for the Ravens. Ravens have accumulated -4 yards after their opening drive went 75. Accumulated -4 yards on their last 10 plays. Goodness gracious. Lamar fires. Nice catch. Zay Flowers gets an open field. Flowers to the 50, to the 40. Flag is down. Oh, the rookie from Boston College. Zay Flowers is in for the touchdown. Unfortunately, I think it's getting called back. And yep, John Harbaugh said that's BS if you read his lips properly. Holding against the Ravens. So aside from the blocking of the back, I don't even know how much of this is going to count. If Flowers can't believe it, he was robbed out of his 2nd touchdown of the season. They're going to call the penalty on Odell Beckham Jr. That is a hold on Awuzie. It's behind the play, but a hold's a hold. And Lamar is very upset, as he should be. And as should Zay Flowers. He's only caught 1 touchdown, and that was against the Titans in London. So 2nd down and 9 for the Ravens off the penalty. And now Joe Burrow is walking away with an injury. This is incredible. I can't believe it. We've had a lot of injuries tonight. Burrow is running to the locker room. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see Jake Browning for the Bengals on the next drive. Burrow is running out to the locker room. I think he was trying to grasp the football. His hand wasn't cooperating with him. And down the tunnel goes Joe Burrow. Oh my goodness. Into the tunnel he goes. We're still following him deep into the tunnel. See, look at that. He tried to throw the football. He lost his grasp, and he knew he couldn't play, and he immediately went down on both knees and said, dang it, I got to get checked out now. So Jake Browning will be good to go. What's up, Brendan? Mike fixed my fan? Did he actually? Oh, well, good. I'm happy because I was trying to plug it in yesterday and it wasn't working. No, I appreciate everyone stopping by. Whether you're from Dean or just tuning in, or if you're a Bengal or Raven fan, we appreciate you on board. Joe Burrow has just left the game. He has gone down to the locker room. So we're going to get to see the former Washington Huskies quarterback, Jake Browning, out of the 2020 draft class, or 2021 draft class, drafted by the Vikings. He, of course, was a member of the Bengals for the last 2 seasons, played his first career game in week 1 against the Browns. and is now looking to get some more action tonight against the Ravens. What's up, John? Thanks for stopping by. So we're just in commercial break. Ravens have a second down and long coming up. I believe anyway. Yep, 2nd and 9 at Baltimore's 26. So the Zay Flowers touchdown got called back. And then Joe Burrow got injured. And that's where we sit at right now. 10-7 Bengals. And it's fixed. I don't know how Mike did it. But he did it. So good on him. Have a fantasy question? Mike wants $20. He did probably save me $20. I'll pay him with something. What's your fantasy question, John? Oh. God, Andrew Whitworth on the commercials is so funny. Oh my God, and they were calling me too. You guys were calling me. I normally have my phone on mute when I'm broadcasting, so. So Burrow was upset that he couldn't handle the football. It's 2nd down and 9. Here's Jackson out of the commercial break to Gus Edwards down to the 27. With Bijan on a bye week, I'm thinking of starting Aaron Jones. Okay. Hunt, a chain for second spot. A chain you have on IR, so I'd have to drop a player to get him back. I mean, Jones and Hunt should be fine. Jones and Hunt should be fine for a week. A chain's going to be doing good too, but I don't know how much he's going to get being off the injured report. Here's Beckham off the slant. Odell Beckham Jr. down to the 43. Jackson, good slant down the middle to Beckham. Oh, by the way, Mike, I paid for you at Buffalo Wild Wings. That's enough for me. I appreciate it, though. One brother helps out another brother. Lamar now 97 yards on the day. 1st and 10, Justice Hill now in. Lamar pump fakes, has all day to throw. Now he's going to take off. He runs into his own lineman, and Mike Hilton brings him down for a loss of 3. Oh, God. That play was so disastrous when it didn't need to be. Lamar had all night to throw in the pocket and held on to the ball for too long. Pocket collapsed, and he lost 3 yards. That is crazy. Beckham, he was going for the end zone, but it would have been a very dangerous ball for Lamar to throw. Probably would have been an easy interception for the Bengals. 2nd and 12 underneath. Justice Hill with the catch down to the 38. And it'll be 3rd down and about 8 to go here for the Ravens. And Burrow there, you see, clenching his fist. He looks like his thumb is a little bent there. That is obviously not good to see from Burrow. He is questionable return with the right wrist injury. And remember, Lamar's battling through this as well with a bad knee. So both quarterbacks trying to fight through battered and bruised. There's Lamar, tipped and caught by Aguilar. Flag down, touchdown Aguilar. And he does a front flip into the end zone. It bounced off the linebacker's hands into the arms of Nelson Aguilar, and he took it the rest of the way for the touchdown. Will this count? I think it's going to. The way the Ravens are celebrating, it's going to count. What a remarkable turn of events here in Baltimore. The penalty is against the Bengals. Penalty declined. Nelson Aguilar's got the touchdown. It was batted around and caught, and Aguilar is going to go in for his third touchdown of the season. It is 13-10. "37 yards to the house for Nelson Aguilar. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And Tucker nails it through. It's 14-10. Well, that's about the last thing I expected to happen. A lucky bounce. And Nelson Aguilar takes it the whole way in. It was bounced off the hands of Jermaine Pratt. That was the Bengal it deflected off of. And Aguilar was there for the touchdown. Crazy. Receivers are Thielen, Lockett, Cooper, Pittman, and London are also on the bye week, so I'm thinking I'll start 3 receivers. Yeah. I'd probably start those 3 receivers because Thielen, Lockett, and Cooper are great. Jones and Hunt, yeah, that's a fine fantasy team. And then who's your quarterback, defense, and kicker? You're all set. Jake Browning is coming into the game for the Bengals. We know that Burrow is questionable with this hand injury. Jake Browning's about to come in. Browning comes into tonight's game. Again, he was undrafted in 2021. He just made his first career snap against the Browns back in week 1 when the Bengals lost 24-3. He went 0 for 1 passing and had -1 yards rushing. So if Browning's able to stick into this game for a little bit, he could kind of ramp up his career stats quite drastically. And here's the touchback. Out to the 25 goes the man from Washington. From number 9 to number 6, Burrow still walking down the locker room tunnel. Burrow is going to go into the locker room and he's going to get his ankle checked out. First down and 10. Under center. Browning fakes the pitch to Mixon. Browning fires, passes caught. Trenton Irwin with the catch and a gain of about 12. First down, and there is the first NFL completion for Jake Browning. It's a gain of 12, and the Bengals will go down to the 2-minute warning. All right, we'll head back after this commercial break. More Jake Browning action. We roll on from Baltimore. Don't go anywhere. Ravens up by 4. First and 10, inside handoff goes to Mixon and a gain of 3. We made it to the game to start the second quarter. Oh, you're going to send me a game alert if the Ravens win? Okay. You'll send me a picture. Okay. That'll be cool. Why not? Sure. If you want to send me a picture, I'll definitely use it. Ravens scoring a touchdown. I am very upset with my college friends right now, by the way. All of them. Just, goodness, am I so happy I'm home right now. I don't got to deal with any of their BS right now. Well, I still got to deal with it via text, but. First and 10. People love to distract me while I broadcast, and I hate every second of it. This is why I don't check my phone when I commentate. Browning on first and 10, fires out of bounds for Jamar Chase. So you have Tucker as your kicker, San Francisco as their defense, picked up the Chargers defense. Okay, they got 27 points against the Jets. Really? Wow. Yeah, no, roll with the 49ers Chargers defense. That's good. That's good. That's good. Boyd in motion from right to left. It's going to be second and 10. Browning throws the screen, Mixon corrals with one hand, and he goes out of bounds after a gain of 8. Third down and 2. Now they're going to substitute Mixon for Williams. Third down and 2, a minute 43 left in this first half. Hey, first drive for Browning, and the Bengals can even get a field goal out of it. I think they're going to take it. I think they're going to be very satisfied. Browning is getting some great NFL experience. He had a very solid preseason, beat out Trevor Siemian for the backup spot here. Browning down the middle. What a catch at the 37. Trent Irwin, first down. What a laser from Jake Browning. He is proving to be a very solid player right now. Look at this. What a throw. Threading the needle over the safety right into the arms of Irwin. First down, Bengals. What a throw. Making the grab over Arthur Millette there. And now it's under review, I think, if it was a catch or not. Well, look, to me, it was clean. The QB's hurts. Very hard schedule coming up. You picked up Levis. He was on a bye. His schedule's easy. Drop Will Levis for Josh Dobbs. That's smart. He might start Dobbs this week. Who's Minnesota playing again? I wish Sweevel Hope was in the chat. I'd love to talk about Josh Dobbs. Who are the Vikings even playing this week? I'm completely blanking on their. Oh, Denver on Sunday night. Denver their defense did have a great performance against the Bills last week. And then who are the Eagles playing? The Eagles might be on their bye, actually. I'm not sure. Oh, wait. No, never mind. They're playing Kansas City. Yeah, duh. I was just talking about how I might be broadcasting that game on Monday. Yeah, I'd probably trust. The thing is, right, Hurts is going to put up better stats than Dobbs, but Dobbs is playing the weaker defense, if you will. So, I don't know. That's a tough one. That's a tough one to call. Hurts is projected about 1 point more. Well, fantasy projections suck. They are brutal. They are nowhere near what they are. Jonathan Taylor was projected like 21 against the Patriots last week, and he only ended up getting like 14. I would say, though, if a guy like Dobbs is projected to get 19 points, that's probably an indication you should start him. That's just me. And I'm just okay. Let's take a look at this. The pass is incomplete, so the call on the field is reversed. And so Irwin, he did drop it at the last second. When his knee originally touched the ground, it was a drop. So Irwin did not hold on possession. It's 4th and 3. Too long for a McPherson field goal. They're kind of in no man's land. 4th and 3 coming up here in the second quarter for the Bengals. Fourth and 3, Browning ready to take the snap here. Ball is placed at the 48-yard line. Browning. Mixon shifts from right to left. Browning will not take the snap, and so they wanted to draw Baltimore off sides. It didn't work. They'll take the flag, 4th and 7, and now they'll punt. Harbaugh very thrilled, and honestly, if you're a Bengal fan, you gotta be happy with what Browning did. Delay a game is called. And so 4th and 8 will get the punt from Robbins. Week 13 Eagles play San Francisco. I don't really want to play Hurts. Do not. We can pick up Baker that week. That's smart. I would not start Hurts over the Niners either. I wouldn't do that. I just started Lawrence over the Niners this week, and that was stupid. Here's Robbins. Good punt. And that's going to land inside the end zone for a touchback. I should mention, because the Ravens are wearing their all-black uniforms, the end zones are also painted black. That's incredible. Oh, I might step aside for a moment in halftime. I'm going to quickly burn through the sports news, and then I got to do something that I didn't have planned, but because certain individuals like to spread information, we are stuck with what I got to do. Here's Lamar throwing it out of bounds. 2nd and 10 coming up. Other NHL scores, by the way, the Devils beat the Penguins 5-2, and the Coyotes beat the Blue Jackets 3-2. So those are some finals. So from Flusher Sports Zone, since it's Thursday, we'll be going over the news, probably dating back to Monday, probably. We'll burn through that, and then I don't know. I might also use the bathroom, maybe get a snack during halftime. Enjoy yourself. We have a great Thursday night football game in our hands. Here's Lamar. On 2nd and 10, he rolls out to the right. Throws, pass incomplete. Looking for Isaiah Likely. It's going to be 3rd down and 10. They're down in 10. Coming up here for the Ravens. Lamar takes the snap. 3-step drop. Lamar fires down the middle and overthrown. Then almost intercepted by Jordan Battle. Flag on the play. Thinking about Mayfield when Hurts and the Eagles had a bye last week, but I went with Levis because of his schedule. Yeah, that makes sense. Nah, Baker's been great this year. Baker statistically has been awesome. I'm going to call it Woozier for pass interference. No, though, Baker's been great. In fantasy, he's one of my friend's backups in fantasy right now. And he has Josh Allen as a starter, so I'm sure in due time he will be making that switch if Baker continues to play solid. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. 3-step drop. Jackson fires. Pass caught. Odell Beckham Jr. down to the 47-yard line. And the Ravens wanted to hurry up, but there is a Bengal down, and he is slow to get up. For the Bengals, that is B.J. Hill, the defensive tackle, number 92. He comes in and, something with his ankle. And so we have an injury timeout. Bengals are going to have to use their last timeout of the half here with a minute left in the second quarter. So we had a commercial break. Set play Hurts and Jones at running back. Yeah, play. Yep, I agree. Play Hunt and Jones with Dobbs starting. Hurts could go off against Kansas City, but honestly, if Dobbs gets like 20 points, he did his job. If he gets anything between 15 to 20 points for a quarterback like Josh Dobbs, he did his job. He did his job. Minute left. B.J. Hill injury timeout. Ravens trying to increase their lead up 14-10. Jake Browning getting his first NFL throws off, if you will. He only threw one against the Browns in week 1. Might have time to do a grid as well. I might recap news, do a grid, and then head off. That could be an idea. That could be an idea. I don't know. Minute left. Ravens up by 4. Odell Beckham Jr. with a touchdown. Or with the first down grab, excuse me. Ravens to the top of the AFC North at 7-3. Bengals sitting last at 5-4. All four teams should be in a playoff spot. They were for a little bit, but now the Texans have interfered. Eagles schedule, it's going to be tough. Really tough end of the year. They kind of have those 3 easy games at the end with the Giants, Cardinals, and Giants again. Here's Jackson, 1st and 10. Lamar throws, pass caught, likely out of bounds at a gain of 8. So Chiefs, Bills, 49ers. Chiefs, Bills, 49ers, Cowboys, Seahawks. That is a brutal 5 weeks in a row. They'll probably beat Seattle and Buffalo, but those are going to be 2 close games. Kansas City, Dallas, in Dallas, and San Francisco. I know they're at home for San Francisco, but I mean, that doesn't matter. You're still playing the Niners no matter how you slice it. That'll be tough. By the way, B.J. Hill is back out on the sidelines. The flag was against the Ravens. 1st and 20. 54 seconds left here in the first half. Jackson, four-step drop, fires, passes incomplete, a flag on DJ Turner for pass interference. And that could put the Ravens right into field goal range. And remember, this is Justin Tucker field goal range, so that could be from about 60 plus. So first down, thanks to the PI from Turner. He's going up against Flowers, rookie on rookie action right there. And, a little contact. Ball was overthrown, but there was a little contact there. Taylor not happy with the call. It was a little ticky-tack, but I agree with it more than I don't. 68 penalty yards now for the Bengals on the night. Here's Jackson at the 34. Jackson takes a snap, fires. Here is Odell Beckham. Spin move, stays in bounds, and slides out of bounds at the 12-yard line. Odell Beckham Jr. looking like his prime heyday with the Giants and Browns right now. He's having his best game as a Raven. He caught his first touchdown in a Raven uniform against the Seahawks 2 weeks back. Stiff arm there on Cameron Britt, and he continues. Spin move out of bounds. Here's Lamar. Rolls out to the right, and he will get out of bounds at around the 10-yard line. All right. Second down and 8. Lamar fires for the end zone looking for Beckham, incomplete. And even though that pass was overthrown, you could have argued another pass interference penalty. Nothing called on Mike Hilton. It's third down and 8. Yeah, you need a backup. I mean, roll with Dobbs or Levis. Those are good. Those are good choices. Those are good choices for your fantasy football backup. What's up, Ron? Thanks for stopping by. 28 seconds left here in the first half. 14-10 Ravens. Baltimore in field goal range. Trying to make it 2 possessions here heading into the half. Jackson, he's going to step up. Fires and caught by Rashad Bateman. Touchdown Baltimore. Rashad Bateman with a beautiful grab there. And the Ravens score on a 7-play drive. They go 80 yards. That is Bateman's first touchdown of the season, 4th of his career. And here comes the extra point to make it an 11-point contest. Rashad Bateman, rookie receiver out of Minnesota. He was drafted 27th overall in the 2021 draft. Good snap, good hold. Tucker nails it through. And with that is 21 to 10 here in Baltimore. Tucker's your kicker. That's a good kicker to have. So they'll probably kick it off, have Browning come out for a knee, and then we'll head to the half. If Joe Burrow is inactive for much longer, the Bengals could be in trouble. Their defense has kept them in this game so far, and Browning looked promising on his first drive, but with Baltimore scoring, you need to respond. And luckily, the Bengals will be getting the ball to begin the second half. But if they don't score, it could be panic time for the white, black, and orange. We'll prefer the long field goal. Yeah, for more points, obviously. But well, you have three extra points. Not too shabby. I was going to draft Tucker in one of my leagues, but my friend literally drafted him like a pick before I had it. I was like, are you kidding me? I was so mad. Remember, if Burrow was to miss time, Jake Browning's the starter. A.J. McCarron, remember him? He re-signed with the Bengals back in week 4, and he is currently on their practice squad. I don't think he's dressed tonight. He's probably going to be dressed for next week's game. If the Burrow injury lingers, they're going to have to get another QB off the practice squad, and they might sign another practice squad QB in free agency. Of course, Carson Wentz no longer available. He just signed with the Rams last week. 23 seconds left. The Bengals are going to run a play, it appears. Mixon's the running back. 1st and 10. Mixon gets the carry. A gain of 3. Since he's out of timeouts, though, and Baltimore's not going to risk injury. So a gain of 3 for Mixon. And we're going to head to the half. It is 21-10. The Ravens lead. All right. What an interesting first half we had here. Very long first half, an hour and 43 minutes. When the heck do you see a first half go on for that long? Rarely. I hate when that happens. Then you have to scramble and not have much time to think. Yep. Yeah, well, the Bengals, they just wanted to run a play just to run a play. If Mixon, took that for like 40, 50 yards, they would have tried to spike it and run another play. But right now, that Evan McPherson field goal looms large. If he made that kick on the first play of the second quarter, we were looking at a one-possession game, but it would have been 21-13. Instead, it is 21-10. Gus Edwards was the first touchdown scorer. The Bengals responded in kind with field goal. Then they took the lead. Burrow to Mixon. And then it was a 14-10. Zay Flowers got his touchdown. Take it back, unfortunately. So instead, scoring for the Ravens there was Nelson Aguilar off a crazy deflection off Jerome Pratt. And then, of course, Rashawn Bateman right there, making it the score of 21-10. That's your game recap. Joe Burrow injured. Mark Andrews injured. Lamar Jackson injured his ankle, playing through it right now. My gosh, I hate when these elite contests get ruined by injuries, but we have some sports news to cover again. We're just going to recap the news from Monday onwards. Vikings re-signed Anthony Barr to the practice squad. That's pretty cool. Gunnar Henderson and Corbin Carroll won your MLB Rookies of the Year. Saints signed outside linebacker Jason Pierre-Paul to a one-year contract. Jaguars wide receivers Zay Jones was charged with a domestic battery charge. We're going to talk about that more on Sunday's broadcast. Obviously, the Broncos beat the Bills. The Brewers promoted their bench coach, Pat Murphy, as the team's new manager. Vander Esch will miss the rest of the season with a neck injury. Fortunate for him. The Bills did fire Ken Dorsey Tuesday morning. Quarterback coach Joe Brady has been promoted. He will take over that position. Moving along here, Padres owner Peter Selder passed away at age 63. Very unfortunate there. He was lucky enough to see the Padres make a deep playoff run in 2022 before his passing. Bruins and Kings will play a preseason game in October of 2024 at the Videotron Center in Quebec City. That'll be a fun game. Raiders claimed cornerback Jack Jones off waivers from the Patriots. Of course, the Patriots waived him Monday morning. Raiders claimed him. The Raiders claimed another former Patriot player. How surprising. Jets released Michael Carter. We'll go over that when you go to the team that claimed him. Marlins skip Schumacher and Orioles Brandon Hyde, your managers of the season. Well deserved. This was the big news this week. Deshaun Watson undergoing a broken bone in his throwing shoulder. He's out the rest of the year. Doran Thompson Robinson and PJ Walker will both be the QBs moving forward. It was announced today the Browns will sign a third string. We'll see what happens there. And there it is, Michael Carter going to the Cardinals. So Michael Carter was solid, but really with Cook and Hall, there was really no need to have Carter on the roster. He's going to pretty much fill in as a running back too for the Cardinals. So interesting signing there. Blake Snell, I went over Blake Snell too quick there. Blake Snell and Garrett Cole, Cy Young winners. Draymond Green tried to fight Rudy Gobert, and he got a 5-game suspension for it. My goodness. And then we on to today's news. MLB owners have unanimously approved Athletics to relocate from Oakland to Las Vegas. So the Athletics will be moving to Las Vegas in 2028. Shohei Ohtani and Ronald Acuna Jr. have won 2023 MVPs. That's about it for the sports news side of things. I guess before I head off, former Cardinal, former 2011 Cardinals on staff. Yeah. Speaking of the 2011 Cardinals, that was wild when it was announced a little bit ago that David Freese was going to put himself in the Cardinals Hall of Fame because he didn't think he had a good enough career with the Cardinals. He was just memorable for that one game. Crazy. I mean, I would, if the fans wanted it, I would take the honor. But all right, I already did one grid today, so we'll just do one and enjoy the rest of your halftime. Yeah, no, that was crazy about David Freese, but it's really cool to see that. And funny enough, now the manager for the Rangers in 2011 he just got hired by the Angels. Was it Ron Washington? Good on him. All right, quick immaculate grid. I'm only doing one. Packers, Buccaneers. I'm trying to think of obscure players since I'm only doing one. This is a pretty obscure one. Jim Zorn, who ended his career with the Bucs and the Packers. All right, we have Buccaneers, Commanders. This could probably be a couple of people. I'm going to go with Deshaun Jackson. Here we go, 17%. 100 receptions in a season. So funny enough, I don't think Mike Evans has ever done it, so I'm going to play it safe and go Antonio Brown. Yep. Niners, 100 receptions. Remember, this is since 1999. We're going to go with Terrell Owens. Right? He had to have. There's no way. Good. Jaguars, 100 receptions. This is easy. Of course, as a Jaguar fan, I would know this. Jimmy Smith. Put him in the Hall of Fame already, please. It's ridiculous. Commanders, 49ers. Alex Smith. I could have came up with a much rarer answer than that, but Alex Smith works. 49ers and Packers. That's a tough one. We'll get back to that. Jaguars, Packers. 2010s legend, Devon House. How you doing, pal? Look at that, 1%. That's what we love to see here. And we're gonna go with Chris Thompson for Commanders, Jaguars. Well, I'm happy we were able to get the Jaguars on this one. 3%. Let's go. Packers, 49ers. You son of a gun. I don't know. I gotta think for a second. Chase Daniel, Blaine Gabbert play for Washington? No, he did not. Israel, I could have just looked at the chat. Chase Daniel, no. Blaine Gabbert never played for Washington. We're cooking up until this one. Actually, wait a minute. I know like a backup corner who has played for both. Kadar Holman, please be correct. Oh my God, it's such a rare answer. But there you go. Immaculate grid. We did it. There you go. There it is. We did the immaculate grid. All right. I'm about to head out for the rest of halftime. Don't go anywhere. Third quarter action coming up in about probably 7 or 6 or so minutes. Stick around here. Maybe I'll hop back on and do a little preview. They are talking about Joe Burrow's injury right now. It is still questionable with that right wrist injury. Stick around for halftime. We'll be back in, there it is, 4 minutes. We'll be back in exactly 4 minutes. Don't go anywhere here on YouTube. All right, ready for the second half here in Baltimore, Maryland. Burrow wearing the headset on the bench right now. So he, for now, is still questionable to return. Jake Browning will be the Bengals quarterback until further notice, and the Bengals will get the ball to begin this third quarter with the touchback that lands out of bounds at the 25. Browning had one passing attempt before this game. And now he comes into the second half at 2 for 4 for 19 yards. Here is Browning under center. At the 25, Mixon the running back. Browning, handoff goes, a spin move. Down to the 27. And it's a gain of 2, second down and 8. For Mixon, the 2017 first-round pick. Drew Samplegang substituted out for Irv Smith. Cincinnati needs to score here, and even a field goal makes it a one-possession game, but really needing to score here is the Bengals, because I think if they go down 3 possessions without Joe Burrow, this game could be far out of reach. Mixon, handoff up the middle. Needed 8, got 9. First down, Cincinnati. First and 10. Mixon shifts from right to left. Handoff goes. Mixon. A gain of 3. It's second and 7 coming up for the Bengals here. 3 straight runs for Mixon. That's a good way to kind of get Browning comfortable, although he is going to have to throw. And I feel like you don't want to really wait until it's third down to let Browning throw it for the first time this half. Second and 6, I think, would be a perfect time to potentially throw. Burrow standing on the sidelines. I doubt. I'm going to be honest, guys. I doubt he's returning. Irwin in motion. Second and 6. Browning fixed the inside handoff. Down the middle and a nice catch. Down to the 48-yard line. A nice catch right there off the slant. And Trenton Irwin, who has been Browning's favorite target, he's having himself a nice night. Nice curl back, right side back to the left. And a perfect spiral from Browning. And he has 33 passing yards. Well, let the kid sling it. Why not? See what Browning has in store for us here. Fakes it to Evans. Browning steps up in the pocket, avoids a sack. Rolls out to his right. Browning, first positive rush of his career. And he will pick up a gain of about 4 or 5 before Roquan Smith downs him. And Williams as the running back. Good snap. Good play fake. Browning was going for the deep ball for Jamar Chase. He was well covered. And so Browning then just slides down at the 41-yard line. Second and 5 coming up here for Cincy. Browning. Third quarter's just getting underway here. Browning fakes it to Mixon. Browning chucks it up. Pass is incomplete. The pass intended for Jackson. Man-on-man coverage by Geno Stone, and it's 3rd and 5. Also out there near the play was a man who you probably haven't heard of in a while, Ronald Darby. First time mentioning the former Eagle and Bill on the broadcast tonight. 3rd down and 5. Browning gets out of the huddle. Burrow still trying to warm himself up. But if Browning is driving, I think you got to keep him in the football game. 4 seconds left on the play clock. Down to 3. Down to 2. Browning, they snap it quick. They just get it off. Oh, no, they did not. Late flag, false start. 3rd and 15 coming up for the Bengals. And they already had 2. They already had to burn 2 timeouts in the first half because of Burrow mixing up the signals with his receivers. Imagine how Browning feels right now. 3rd down and 10 coming up here for the Bengals. Zach Taylor, I think, called a timeout. He's furious at one of the officials. I'd love to see the coach get animated. 3rd down and 10. They'll back him up 5 to the 47 of Baltimore. Browning, 3-step drop, loads up under duress. Irwin is there, and Trent Irwin can't hold on. Pass interference will be called. Irwin was getting absolutely smothered around by Rocky Sin, and the flag flies. The Bengals are in business inside the 20. Rocky Sin, the ex-Raider and Colt. All he had to do was turn around to make a play for the football. Irwin almost made that catch after being hit. Browning got lit up by Jadeveon Clowney. And that is now Baltimore's 6th penalty of the game. They have 6 penalties for 89 yards. Bengals have committed 8 penalties for 73. So because of the pass interference, Bengals now have it at the 14. Here's the handoff and a gain of 1. 2nd and 9 coming out. Mixon back in the game. They've been substituting Evans and Williams. There's Brian Callahan, the offensive coordinator for the Bengals. Brian Callahan. Does that name sound familiar? Okay. Browning rolls out. He's going to run, and he'll get a gain of 2 or 3. So he's been the Bengals offensive coordinator since 2019. He was quarterback coach for the Lions and Raiders, and he also won Super Bowl 50 with the Broncos as he was part of their coaching staff. I was thinking of Bryce Callahan, the corner. I think that's why I was getting confused. I saw the Callahan, and I was like, huh? He's been the offensive coordinator for as long as Zach Taylor's been the head coach. How interesting. 3rd and 5 for Browning. They are in field goal range, so no need to do anything stupid, but a touchdown here would be awesome. Browning, the slant, incomplete for Irwin. Knocked away by Ronald Darby. He's been getting some reps in this 3rd quarter. But the Bengals did what they could, and they're going to get a field goal attempt out of it, which is all you could really ask for. Inside slant, I would have waited. The pocket kind of collapsed, but I would have waited for Drew Sample to get more open, and I would have taken a shot at the end zone. Instead, we have a 26-yard chip shot for McPherson, who's 1 for 2, made one from 50, missed one to the left from 53. Good snap, good hold, and the 26-yard chip shot is right down the middle. So it's 21-13 now. And we can see Lamar Jackson for the first time in the second half in just a moment. All right. Other NFL games on this week. I'm going to point out the most, I would say, important matchup. Steelers-Browns. Packers-Chargers will be a fun game. Buccaneers-Niners will be okay. Jets-Bills will be okay. Rams-Seahawks could go either way. Sunday night's Vikings-Broncos, and obviously Monday night Eagles-Chiefs. The Thursday night games, remember, we have 4 games before Sunday next week because it's Thanksgiving. Lions play Packers at 12:30. Cowboys play Commanders at 4:30. The Thursday night game will be on NBC, I believe, not Amazon Prime. 49ers Seahawks. And then Friday on Amazon Prime is the 3 o'clock kickoff game between the Dolphins and the Jets. Oh my goodness. I don't agree with having the Amazon Prime game. I really don't, dude. I don't know what it is. I just don't care for it, really. I already have 3 games on Thursday. I don't need another one on Friday. Or if they were going to do it at Friday, at least have it be Friday night, like at 8:20 or something. I know that would interfere with high school football in the local area, but, I mean, geez. By the way, I am really curious. Who ended up winning Boston College versus Pitt? Actually, they're probably in the 4th quarter. They are in the 4th quarter. Oh, Pittsburgh is winning. Oh, my God. Boston College just lost to 2-8 Pitt. As here's the handoff. Gus Edwards, I have a game to call here. A gain of about 24. We lost to Pitt. We actually lost to Pitt. Oh my God. It's actually terrible. Anyway. Good run by Edwards there. And so Baltimore now has it at the 49 of Cincinnati. Edwards, 33 yards and a touchdown tonight on 5 carries. Jackson pumps, fires down the middle, pass is caught. The rookie tight end, Kohler, first down. Baltimore, a gain of 12. Injury update, Joe Burrow, right wrist is out the rest of the game. So Jake Browning will be starting the remainder of this game. Here's the handoff. Edwards down to the 29. I can't say for certain, but I'm pretty sure this makes Joe Mixon the emergency quarterback if Browning was to go down with an injury. Remember, the Niners made this rule where you could have 3 quarterbacks on an active roster. So the fact that all teams are not like taking advantage of this is ridiculous in my opinion. Jackson handoff. Edwards needed 3, got 4. First down Ravens. The issue is they're already driving down again, and I think it comes down to that point where if Baltimore scores one more touchdown and Cincinnati doesn't respond with 6 or 7, then I think we could be looking at a pretty clear-cut Raven victory. Lamar fires, pass caught. Mitchell out of the backfield. And Mitchell will get a gain of 8. It's going to be second down and 2. Mitchell wide open in the flat, able to get out to the right side and kind of get that extra speed boost. Keaton Mitchell, he's a rookie this season. 2 touchdowns, 168 yards heading in. The past couple of weeks, he has been improving as a receiving back, which is great to see. Second down and 2. Jackson, and Jackson's got to keep it himself. He slides down for the first to gain of 4. First down, Ravens. Lamar a little gingerly getting up there. God, I hate to see any more injuries in this ball game. Kind of slipped there. Mitchell almost took the handoff. Lamar Jackson, man, he does that best. Holding on to the football. He has 5 rushes for 24 yards on the night. At the 13, Mitchell slides down at the 10. Lost his footing. It's going to be second down 7. Baltimore gets out of the huddle. They've gone 65 yards in over 4 minutes. Here comes the 8th play of the drive. Jackson escapes the pressure, and then he falls down. Oh, no. Jackson fell backwards, and now he is, oh, man, he is putting his body through a lot right now. Lamar Jackson is putting his body through a lot right now. Now his knee buckled as he stepped back. Oh, my God. Another injury, potentially. I mean, what a scary situation. Lamar is staying out there. It's 3rd and 12. Talk about a warrior. Lamar's going to run! Shake off that injury! He gets out of bounds at the 8. Lamar is gingerly running off the field. My goodness, rest up, sir. What a drive he had. It's going to be a 4th and 5, and I think they're going to kick the field goal with Tucker to make it a 24-13 ball game. Until Lamar is feeling the pain. Here's Tucker. 25-yard chip shot. They ate off about 5 minutes worth of clock as well. Tucker knocks it through. It is 24-13. And I guess the Ravens defense, or rather the Bengals defense, are doing what they need to do. And that is bend but don't break football. Jake Browning back out on the field when we come back. Seeing all these injury updates, that is crazy. We do have other NHL final scores for you. The Golden Knights defeated the Canadiens 6-5. That's crazy. All right. Phone hits the floor. 4:02 left, third quarter. Ravens are up 24-13. That first half up by really slow, but the second half has really picked up its pace. 4:02 to go. Jake Browning out once again. Burrow out the remainder of the game with that right wrist injury. Let's take a look at the Roquan Smith trade. So the Ravens just got Roquan Smith. The Bears received 2023 second-round pick they used on Garvin Dexter. Noah Sewell, their 2023 fifth-round pick. And A.J. Klein, who, of course, is back on the Bills, no longer with the Bears. I think he got cut after a couple of games last season. Browning, 1st and 10. Browning, flag flies. Jamar Chase, a gain of 8. I'm going to take off my jacket here. Getting a little hot. False start against the Bengals. Jamar Chase for illegal formation. First and 15. Browning pumps, and down he goes. Brought back at the 10. And getting the sack for the Ravens, number 99. And this is where the pressure comes on for the Ravens. With the sack, he worked around the left tackle. Orlando Brown in his return to Baltimore. Both teams have 3 sacks on the night. It's 2nd and 22. 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Browning, inside handoff. Look at Evans go. Up the middle, and Evans down to the 18. 3rd and really long coming up here. We'll mark it 3rd and 17. Oh, by the way, Roquan Smith, 21 total tackles against the Browns last week. That was the most since Ray Lewis did it. Where's Ray Lewis? In attendance tonight. They had him on the pre-show. Here's Browning, 3rd down and 17. Checks up for Jamar Chase, who makes the catch out of bounds. But what a catch it was! You need to work on the accuracy. Jamar Chase made a spectacular catch that cannot be hung on to in mounds. Yep, way out. He would have had to do some unreal two-toe drag play to make that, to have that play work. Here's the punt from Robbins, and Duvernay fair catches it at the 38. Fortunately, if Baltimore scores a touchdown here, that's probably game. Or really was supposed to be a much better game. Let's take a look at some other NHL games on right now. While we are back in commercial break, I don't want to take a look at my fantasy team. Zay Flowers hasn't done a crazy amount, though, so maybe I didn't make a bad decision. The Heat ended up beating the Nets 122 to 115, and the Thunder are currently up 31 to 20 over the Warriors. Blackhawks blew their lead. The Lightning are up 3-2 in the third. Canucks and Flames 2-1 Calgary. Kraken Islanders 1-1. Rest of the game's final. Panthers Kings and Sharks Blues both starting in a matter of moments. Your NHL scores. Not a crazy big day for sports. I mean, quite a few NHL games, but couple of small college football games, and then we had obviously this one right here and 2 NBA games. Pretty quiet night. The game Drews, they show the injured ankle to Andrews once again, and then Burrow left the game with a wrist injury. Lamar has 207 passing yards and 2 touchdowns. And the Ravens, as long as they don't really mess up here, they should come away with the victory, up by 11, trying to tack on more. Ball placed at the 44-yard line of Cincinnati. 1st and 10, first play of the drive. Mitchell takes the handoff up the left side, gets blockers, breaks off a blocker, and goes all the way down to the 34. Hill brings him down. What a run by Mitchell. And exactly what the doctor ordered for the Ravens. And that is, you run the football and you begin to start chewing some of this clock. Jackson throws the screen to Flowers. Zay Flowers. But when I say he hasn't done much, gets the screen pass there in a gain of about 5 or 6. And we'll give him 6. We have a minute left here in the third quarter. The Ravens, well, I mean, if they kick a field goal, there's still 2 possessions. But again, a touchdown, 31-3 with your really unprepared backup. I don't know, guys. It's looking to be about over. Here's Jackson for the end zone. Odell Beckham Jr. cannot add that one-handed catch to the highlight reel. It's 3rd and 4. You want to know what, though? If you're Odell Beckham Jr., I know it's a 11-point game, and you might want to try something fancy in a 2-possession game, but there's an opportunity to come down with the football. I think it's kind of being held. I agree with the no call. A little bit of hand fighting. Odell was diving for the football too early. 3rd and 4, between 4 to 7 yards. Ravens are 3 for 4 on third down conversions there. 1 for 4 on 7+ yards. Jackson escapes the pocket, and he's going to avoid a sack. Lamar pointing, directing traffic. End zone shot for Flowers. Made the catch out of bounds. What would have been a highlight reel play. Oh, wow. Lamar, that was sensational. So, pocket collapse, he rolls out to the left. Rolls back out to the right. Wow. Turner is down for the Bengals. 2 seconds, 3 seconds, right. Okay, he's rolling out to the right here. Pumps, avoids a sack, rolls out to the left. 10 whole seconds. 10 whole seconds to throw that football. And Zay Flowers just needed to get an extra foot in bounds. Lamar made that play happen, and I would be a little disappointed that did not result in 6. 47-yard try by Justin Tucker. He usually hits these in his sleep, so we'll see what'll happen here. Good snap, good hold. Tucker. What else is new? He's all reliable. 27-13. Ravens in front. And the Bengals, well, they did what they needed to do. They forced the field goal. 26 seconds left in the third quarter. I'm going to hop off and take a little break in between quarter changes. Now that quick 15-20 second commercial break. 26 seconds left here in the third quarter. And it's been all Baltimore since about midway through the second quarter. Really, ever since that Aguilar touchdown, the Bengals haven't really recovered. Baltimore's just been scoring a lot of points. Here's a touchback. In fact, I think that's going to put them at around 17 to 20 unanswered points. Crazy. That's going to be... Oh, I completely forgot about the McPherson field goal in the middle. But yeah, Ravens still have been dominating for the majority of this game. The handoff goes absolutely nowhere for Mixon as there's 18 seconds left in the quarter. Ravens defense getting fired up. A couple more defensive stops to hold on to this one. As final 6 seconds tick down, they'll make their way over to the other side of the field. 27-13, the Ravens lead the Bengals here on Thursday Night Football. Baltimore trying to lock it up and go to 8-3 and take a commanding 2-game lead on the division. All right, heading out commercial break here. Start of the fourth quarter. Here in Baltimore, Maryland, it is going to be a 27-13 Ravens lead, 2nd and 10. Second play of the drive for the Bengals. After a 47-yard attempt from Tucker. We are in must-score territory for Cincinnati moving forward. Currently, there isn't anyone on the field. Interesting. We'll look at Jamar Chase, though. Against press man coverage, he's run 73 routes. That's the most in the league. Stevens has kind of locked him up tonight. He doesn't have a target. In week 2, he only had 1 target on 8 routes. Stevens doing a wonderful job covering up Jamar Chase. He has been awfully quiet, and he's going to stay out of the 2nd down and 10 play. As the referees just went to quickly review something. Total yards just completely in favor of the Ravens. 300 to 197, even though both teams have had about 22 minutes of possession time. Browning, this kid has something. He can do something that not a lot of people can do, and that is come in and beat the Ravens in your first real game of action. Put the Bengals at 6-4, Ravens at 7-4. Ravens looking to sweep the series, though. And if Cleveland beat Pittsburgh on Sunday, that would also be huge. Here's the catch. Gain of 2. 3rd down coming up as Tanner Hudson made the grab. They're down at 8 now, but they are still backed up inside their own 30. Cincinnati needs to move the football. If not, Baltimore could just begin to kind of kill the clock and potentially take a 3-possession lead. 3rd and 8. Evans shifts from left to right. Browning takes the snap under immediate arrest. Fires, tipped and incomplete. Looking for Tyler Boyd. Swat away from Kyle Hamilton. And it's 4th and 8, and the Ravens once again force a 3-and-out. And for Browning, he's played well, but he struggled hard in the second half. That throw's just too easy to read. Hamilton, if he wasn't focused on knocking the pass down, he really could have gotten an interception there. So incompletion, out comes Robbins. Booted away. And fair caught by Duvernay at the 34. Well, the AC East, they are 0-7 over their last 2 weeks. 6 games ended on field goals that expired in the 4th quarter for the first time in NFL history. And of course, Sean Watson out for the season. Ken Dorsey fired. Give you a quick little headlines around the league. 1st and 10 for the Ravens. And off goes Mitchell, a gain of 4. Wilson with the stop for Cincinnati. Wilson tackled both Mark Andrews and Lamar Jackson. Lamar able to stay in the game after that. Andrews not so fortunate. Here's another handoff on 2nd and 5, and a gain of 3 for Mitchell. His father, Anton Mitchell, in attendance today. He was on the Super Bowl 47 roster for this Ravens club. Of course, that was 11 years ago, believe it or not. The game was played about 10 years ago, though. But 11 seasons ago, technically. Here's Mitchell. Needed 2, got 4, first down Baltimore. So they continued to run out the clock here. 13 minutes and counting in hopes of going up 3 possessions. Can't really let the Bengals stick around in this game, though they do have their backup quarterback. Harbaugh's 16th year as Ravens head coach with a 154-98 record, tied for 9th most among wins. Here's Jackson. He takes himself up the middle and just slides down after a gain of about 7. Baltimore continuing to chew up this clock here. No need to throw. No need to risk an incompletion. No need to stop the clock. There's Ozzie Newsome, the executive vice president of the Ravens, Hall of Fame tight end on the Browns. He was part of the executive producer role since 2012. When Art Modell stepped away, Ricard in motion, Mitchell the handoff, flag flies as he picks up the first down. Oh, what's up, John? Glad to have you back in chat. Yeah, not missed much other than a couple of field goals by both teams. Ravens up 27-13, and they are beginning to run down the clock, although they just called John Simpson for a holding penalty. Second down 12 after the penalty. But yeah, no, Baltimore's just been running out the clock ever since we started the fourth quarter, as they should. There's no need to potentially risk injury, no need to throw any passes. Better chance of an interception, no need for that. Lamar Jackson has been playing great, and honestly, after this game, he could just catapult himself right back into the MVP conversation. Here's Lamar on 2nd and 12. He's going to pump and he's going to run. He's going to slide down at the 48. Jackson, such an exciting player to watch, especially once he gets out of the pocket. But right there, he slips and stumbles his way. In 3rd and 6, they are well outside Tucker's range. Jackson, duress, underthrows it for Isaiah Likely. So once again, 10:40 left. It's looking bleak, but the Bengals force a punt. They force a punt, and that is exactly what they needed to do. More upset at himself. Browning now, ready to come back out. This punt from Strout. Good right leg. This punt will bounce at the 5 and into the back of the end zone for a touchback. So that's what the Bengals would get at 10:33 left. Baltimore is up by 2 possessions, but the Bengals trying to cut that lead down in half. We'll be right back after this commercial break. Don't go anywhere. Bengals getting the ball. We had that commercial break with the gain of 2 for Joe Mixon to begin the drive. It is must score. Oh my God. Having a good time. There's 2 fan ejections. Good Lord. They're crazy. Back to full screen here. That's so funny. This is 2 ejections. I got your picture, by the way. We're ready to rock when the looks like the Ravens are going to win. Here's Browning, pumps, fires, caught Mixon. A gain of 2 for Joe. Back-to-back plays. He's the ball carrier. And it's going to be 3rd and long. The last thing Cincinnati wants right now is a 3 and out. You want to get to the point of the field where you can go for it. There's A.J. McCarron. He's on the bench, but he is not active for tonight's game. Third and 5. Browning takes the snap. Under immediate pressure. Browning escapes the sack. He's going to run, and then he cuts right back into a sack. Ah, man, and that's lack of playing time. That's just lack of awareness. He gets engulfed by the Ravens' defensive line. Poor Browning, he was ready to step up and run for the first, and then he cut back to the right, and then, oh, man, just what the heck. Just ran out of room. He ran out of room. He ran out of speed. He never really had an edge. And now, who would have thought that Robbins would be punting as often as he has in this game at the start, down to the 32. I think adding punters to fantasy football is a great idea. Why not? You can have an extra player on the roster. Having a punter and you get like 1 point every 100 yards or whatever. And then a block could be negative 2 or whatever. I don't know, but it could work. Well, again, I just want to thank everyone for tuning into the broadcast here. This was really last second. I did not think I was going to be broadcasting this game, and I'm glad I am because it's just fun to broadcast in my basement again. God, I miss this in my dorm room. I really do. I'm broadcasting in a room that feels like it's as big as this couch. And here, it's like I'm watching off an actual flat screen TV. It's good. It's just I have a bigger TV. I have a bigger setup. This is a much better place to broadcast. And, of course, I don't have, with all due respect to my college buds, I love when they join me on stream, but this is a good one to kind of just fully focus and concentrate. Although in this type of game, it's good to have my college friends because obviously now Baltimore's really going to start to kill off this clock and start to run away with the victory here. So Lamar's just been incredible all night, and that touchdown to Bateman was incredible as well. Flowers in motion, 1st and 10. Here's Lamar. High snap, puts it down. Here's the handoff. for Edwards in a gain of about 4. Baltimore now with under 8 minutes left. This contest. Let's go to 8-3. Pardon me for the yawn. They look to go to 8-3, barring a monumental collapse here. Flowers goes from left to right. Flag flies. And I wonder who the marker is on. It's going to be on the Ravens. False start on Macari, the man who they were just showing locking up Trey Hendrickson a minute ago. Remaining schedule for the Bengals. Steelers next week. Jaguars week 13. Colts week 14. Vikings week 15. Steelers week 16 for the Ravens. Chargers bye week 13. Rams, Jaguars. Couldn't catch their week 16 game. Both of these teams play Jacksonville in Jacksonville, though. Monday and Sunday night games, respectively. Really exciting. Here's Jackson. Loads up the deep ball. He's got Beckham at the 30. Cuts back at the 20. Oh, now Beckham Jr. and he's brought down at the 15 by Logan Wilson. A flag is down. 3 strikes, you're out. My gosh, Logan Wilson just destroyed Odell Beckham Jr. from the backside. The penalty was illegal contact. However, DJ Turner. However, what great catch that was by Beckham. 20, and Wilson brought him down at the 15, but Lamar, what a great play. Odell, 116 yards on the night. He's getting helped off the field. Jackson, hoping to have avoided yet another injury. Flowers in motion. Handoff goes. Nope, Jackson keeps it himself. Up the middle he goes. Down at the 8. Brought down by Battle. Baltimore looking to score a touchdown here, and a play that would send the Ravens faithful home happy. Both Burrow and Browning sitting on the bench disgusted with one another. Browning did the best he could with the situation he was given. You can't really blame Browning for not performing up to par. But second down and 4. Justice Hill on the carry, and he will pick up a yard if he's lucky. Third down coming up. Ravens inside the red zone. Cincinnati looking to just make one more defensive stop. Not that it would matter much, but for pride at this point, unless they were able to get a turnover, which would be massive. Handoff. Edwards up the middle, down to the 3. First and goal, they go for Baltimore, and they're going for the touchdown, and they're going to go for the kill. So another playoff caliber team they are going to score 40-plus points on. There's Todd Monken, the offensive coordinator for Baltimore. Of course, the Ravens, they moved on from Greg Roman, their former OC. They got a much better mind, in my opinion. This offense has been humming along since the coaching change. Handoff goes. Edwards for his second ball game. Baltimore goes up 3 possessions with 4 minutes left. Just a tough night for Cincinnati. Offense couldn't get going after the Burrow injury. And they're going to drop their second straight. Cincy goes to 5-5 with this loss. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. I never would have had the Bengals at 5-5. Tucker for the point after. We'll make it 34-13. Yep. And with 4:49 left, it is all Baltimore in this second half. An absolute trouncing of the Bengals here in Baltimore. They're going to complete the season sweep. 4:49 left. Don't go anywhere. Ravens up big. Kickoff right out of the commercial break. It lands for a touchback. 4:49 left. I mean, Cincinnati, if they score quick enough and make it a 2-possession game, maybe, but it's going to look pretty unlikely. Baltimore up now 34-13 late in the fourth quarter. Lamar Jackson has had himself a field day. 264 passing yards on the night with quite a few rushing yards to go along with it. Here is Browning on 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Mixon. Mixon a gain of 2. Odell was holding his chest while he got up from that huge tackle by Logan Wilson. 2nd and 8. Browning fakes to Mixon. And down he goes! Oh, he's got to read that play much quicker. Play fake into a sack. It's been that night for the Bengals. Kyle Van Noy on the sack for Baltimore. Working against Orlando Brown. Nice little spin move. And Browning had a little bit of time to throw this football away. Third time he's been sacked on 14 dropbacks. Yeah, the Bengals look to just get out of here without injury. Here's the handoff. Williams tries to plow his way down to the 31, making it about 4th and 4 for Cincinnati. Crowd begins to empty out here in Baltimore. 4th and 3, and the Bengals are going to go for it. Well, why not? It's their last shot, so they might as well. There's 3 minutes left, 4th and 3. The running back is a tight end, Browning. Will run for the first, and on 4th and 3, Browning inside the 50 and down at the 49. A tremendous run by Jake Browning to keep the chains moving. Of course, Browning, he's just performing for next week against Pittsburgh at this point. We don't know how much time Burrow's going to miss. If Burrow misses next week, Browning will probably be the starter with A.J. McCarron as the backup. You're about to hit the 2-minute warning after this play, barring an incompletion or a penalty. Boyd in motion. Browning fires down the middle. Pass is caught at the 29. And now reaching the 2-minute warning on the grab by Wilcox. Let's both make this 2-minute warning nice and quick. That Monday night game between the Chiefs and the Eagles. It's going to be exciting. So they get a 2-minute warning. It was about as long as a normal one. Browning avoids the sack, and he's going to run again. Jake Browning pushed that about the 16. This kid can run. That might keep him in for another week. That's incredible. There's a penalty against the Ravens. So Cincinnati's going to get even closer. Well, Cincinnati's offense finally clicks in the last drive of the game. If they score a touchdown, they'll have to go onside kick, and they'll have to recover it. And then, and only then, we could talk about a potential comeback. Contact's been bothering me all night. I'm kind of surprised that it really took until this long for it to start bothering me. It's on my right, your left. 1st and 10, Browning throws. Trenton Irwin, first down. Irwin emerged on the scene when he caught the 2 touchdowns against the Patriots last year. And Week 17, we were on the call for that game. The fact that game was also almost a year ago really just makes me feel old. It was back when this downstairs TV didn't work and I was stuck commentating the game, switching tabs on my computer. Not a fun couple of broadcasts. But first and goal. Burrow. Browning. End zone. Chase. Touchdown. Jamar Chase will cut the deficit down to 2 possessions. It's an 8-play drive from 2 yards out. Jake Browning has just thrown his first career touchdown, and Chase finally beat Stevens. So there it is. Most useless NFL trivia question of all time. Who caught Jake Browning's first career touchdown? Jamar Chase will be the answer to that. Evan McPherson for the extra point, knocks it through. 20 on the board for the Bengals as they now need an onside kick and a couple of Christmas Day miracles. Ravens trying to go to 8-3. Bengals dropping to 5-5. No matter what happens, they'll only be a game behind the loser of the Browns-Steelers game, but then there'll be 2 games below the Steelers or Browns, the winner of that game, and now they're essentially 3 games behind Baltimore. I just remembered I had water next to me for 3 hours, and I completely forgot about that until right now. So McPherson lined up for the onside kick. That was a decent attempt at it, but the Ravens do jump on top of it at the 41. That's Duvernay. So doing all the special teams work today for the Ravens. A couple of kneel downs. This game's going to be in the books. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast. It was really nice doing this. Since I was home, I figured I'd broadcast one other game, not just the Jaguars. And I'll let you know by Sunday, I'll pretty much know if I'm broadcasting Chiefs-Eagles by the Jaguars broadcast. So 1 o'clock Eastern, 12 o'clock Central. If you're willing to wake up on the West Coast, 10 a.m., I'll be live on Sunday for Jaguars-Titans. And hopefully it's not me yelling at a computer for 3 hours, because last week's broadcast was so bad. So bad. And I blame the Jaguars for playing so bad. Here's Edwards. Down to the 37. So Baltimore's not going to kneel it out. That's interesting, although they totally could. I mean, Cincinnati has 3 timeouts, but, I mean, down by 2 possessions with 50 seconds left. Are you really gonna jerk the chain here? You just end the game. Zach Taylor does take off the headset. 53rd win as starting QB for Lamar Jackson. That's the most all time before a quarterback turned the age of 27. Another handoff. Edwards are refusing to take knees. Edwards gets nothing, and that's going to be the last play of the game. So, 34-20. What went wrong? Joe Burrow getting injured? This is exactly what went wrong. And look at Burrow high-fiving Jackson with his left hand. Ravens will go to 8-3. They win 34-20. Hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast. If you did, hit that like button. I'll catch you guys on Sunday for Jaguars Titans. Grant Flood saying so long here on YouTube. The Ravens feed the Bengals 34-20 in Week 11 on Thursday Night Football.